Hi, in this video, we will see how to fill in details for the task determine materiality. To do that, let us go to the assignment landing page, choose the required assignment and click on load audit program. By default, no tasks will be added for any assignment. So go to the planning mode, search for the required task and mark it as applicable. Now it will be listed in the execution mode. It has not yet been started. Let us start the task. Now there is a prerequisite for running this task, that is the financial statements for the particular financial year has to be run before the determined materiality task can be initiated. Click on start task. The first step in the process is to understand the overall risk of the entity. Now the questionnaire has 27 questions, each of which has a varied level of risk and different weightages. So if the risk for this particular question is ascertained as high, then the drop down has different weightages. By choosing the level of risk and weightage for each of these questions, the system dynamically keeps updating the overall risk for the entity. Now AssureAI also gives the a set of default values which can be used when the user does not want to fill in the questions one by one, and these set of responses are almost applicable to most entities. So if you click on apply default values, it will however override all the previous responses that have been manually filled in. Submit, and then now it has given a default set of responses, that is medium 4. Let us move to step 2. Most important step where we choose the benchmark for ascertaining the overall materiality amount. Now the system gives the user a list of benchmarks which can be chosen from. Against each benchmark, values for the current year, previous year and the average of both years are given. This financial year 2021 is not the first assignment for this client, so the previous year value is listed here. If this is the first year in AssureAI, then previous year column will be blank, and accordingly the average column can also not be computed. So choosing any benchmark, a default percentage is given, and this percentage is applied on the benchmark current year or previous year or average, and the materiality amount is displayed. The drop down has multiple other options from which the user can change if the default percentage is not applicable to this entity. More than one benchmark can also be chosen. In that case, you have to tell the system whether the highest of the values or the lowest of the values have to be taken into consideration as overall materiality amount. Now in this case, the choice is highest. So now this is the summary on this page. So the total revenue, because this is the highest value, so the highest value benchmark is displayed here. Medium risk, which was set in step 1, and then the overall materiality amount, the highest amount here, they are all displayed. Now the percentages for performance materiality, trivial and specific materiality, all three fields are mandatory, have to be filled in here. Depending upon the risk ability of the entity, whether it is high, medium or low, the percentage buckets will accordingly change. Now all the details required in this step have been filled in. Now the user can move to step 3. This is step 3, where the user can add categories for calculating specific materiality. Now there are two categories allowed: related party and statutory dues. Now once the category is chosen, the relevant head, subhead and ledger for each of the category can be chosen here from these options. So I'm choosing these two as related party, and I can add one more category which is statutory dues. So I've added the required head subhead ledger here, and then I can now proceed to the last step, which is the summary of all the details entered from step 1, 2 and 3. So the details are all summarized here. Once the fourth step has been reached, the user can click on the mark as complete button and mark the task as completed. Thank you.